In this blog series called Little Johnny Burke's Major Gift Adventures, we talk about some of the surprises and the excitement and the fun and the successes in the major gift process, things that happened to me or things I observed. Here's an example of abject stupidity. Here's an example of immaturity, inexperience, and maybe even arrogance. Here's one I really blew. Now let's start with the principle that your cadre of leaders, of major gift prospects, of contributors, of power brokers, those are among your nonprofit's most valuable assets. So here's what I did to one of them. My organization was hosting the Rochester, New York premiere of Dr. Dolittle. The organization had hosted the national premiere in Radio City Music Hall the week earlier. That's with all the red carpets and things. Now we had our own little version, but remember, this is back in the 70s, Rochester was immensely wealthy and had all these massive corporations that were contributing gift in kind to my organization. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment and materials. So our honorary chairman for the Dr. Dolittle premiere in Rochester was Kiri Gannett, the widow of Frank Gannett, who built the Gannett Empire. This is before USA Today, but they still owned hundreds of newspapers and television stations throughout the nation. And the actual operating chair, the woman who ran the event, was Fran Eilers, the wife of the president of Eastman Kodak, which was at the time the most admired company in America. So here we were out in front of the theater, and there's all these people. This is a black tie event for a silly movie. All these people are jazzed up, and there's this huge crowd, and there's people serving champagne, and there's the lights, and there's the band. This is before we went in to see the movie, which really stunk. And the newspaper came up and wanted to take a photo. Said to me, "We want to get a photo for the article we're writing, and then here's the reporter who wants to do the interview." So, in my immaturity and inexperience, I stood there with Fran Eilers and did the interview. The honorary chair, the woman whose name we had borrowed, the woman whose reputation we were exploiting for our benefit, Mrs. Gannett, stood over on the side, stood there in her silver dress with her little purse, and sort of watched the event, left alone because I was too stupid. I jumped in and did the interview and had the photo, big photo in above the fold with Mrs. Eilers, because I didn't have the brains to respect my honorary leadership and to provide stewardship so that she got the glory. Think how this compounds. There's four television stations in Rochester. One of them Gannett owned. Her company owned it. They had the cameras there. There were two daily newspapers. They owned both of those. Here I was excluding from publicity in her own media the woman who was the honorary chair, because I didn't have the brains to respect and protect the leadership, the major gift prospects, the people who helped us succeed. The lesson for you: as an employee of the nonprofit, you must always subordinate yourself. Don't take the limelight. Stay in the shadows. You make your leaders look successful, and they will make you become successful.